No, no, you cannot. What the title is, and the subject is, can I use the beat for nonprofit? And I'll give you credit. I don't care. No. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of artists, they focus on many things. They'll give you and it's just funny because I actually was watching another video by DJ Payne One. I know. And he was talking about some things that I really do agree about, which no, not to curve the subject real quick, but for DJ Payne One, if you're watching, the reason why you caught a lot of hate from other producers is because you kind of slanted your audience when you said something disrespectful about DAW that is probably the most popular DAW on the market, which is FL Studio. You disrespected it regardless, and that's why people came at you. But anyways, when an artist says that to me, I really think like I don't understand that, because artists, I literally follow a majority of the artists, people that I follow on Twitter are probably a rapper anyways, that maybe buzzing, may not be buzzing or whatever, which I try not to follow anybody that's not following me. But they post pictures of shoes, females, them throwing money in strip club, them shooting a video, like you name it, them renting jewelry, buying jewelry, or whatever they do, buying new clothes, just everything that has to do with spending money, with bad money habits at that, because, whatever. Now, they can't pay for my beats, and that's how you should look at it. That's ridiculous, right? Now, it's just an issue when you're dealing with an artist that does not want to pay for them, because at once you're trying to build a relationship and a business relationship at that. That's not business when you actually when you give somebody a beat and that they tell you that they're gonna kill it. There's no benefit from that unless you're dealing with somebody of a certain caliber that have been doing it for like years and stuff, in which they're going to pay you for that beat anyways, because they have the venues, they have everything, that all their ducks in a row. And the last thing they want is a producer to come out and say, you owe me such and such of dollars or whatever like that. Which in retrospect, if you're doing your job right as a producer, and you do something for like a Jay-Z or something like that, which is one of my favorite artists, or a Future, or a Drake, or a Kendrick Lamar, or J. Cole, or a Big Crit. I just had to name all the artists that I really like, an Outkast, But anyways, if you're doing something for somebody that actually has names like that, that has already built themselves like that, you're not really giving your track away for free, because the traction and the attention that you're going to get is kind of like the retrospect. It's going to spin back to you as long as they give you proper credit. Now, that's always the risk, but I always highly recommend that you ask for money, and ask for money up front. I mean, because at the end of the day, back end money is not, and I mean, it is not guaranteed. And sometimes it's not always great either, because I'm telling you right now, somebody that's done music for 20 years or so, probably more, but like 15 years professionally, that yes, you can literally be starving and have a hit record. There's plenty of producers that have always said that they always did last to be paid, that these artists get to doing shows and stuff like that, and they're getting like $5,000 to $15,000, $20,000 a show, and the producers probably may have made $100 to $0, and then they don't get a check at the end of the day. Now it's very common. I mean, look up Sunny Digital's video where he talks about his hit on Rack on Racks, which was written by Future, by the way. Yeah, it is real. So no, you cannot, and it's really crazy, because you have people out there that really think, because and the producers are really devalued really bad, and that's something I really do agree with DJ Pay One. Definitely. That is 100% correct. I cannot say anything about that because it's very true. And necessarily the main reason why it's like that is because there's so many producers. And a lot of producers out here are very, very hungry for the attention that they'll give away a ton of beats. Do I care? No, not really, because at the end of the day, the way I see it, if you're branding yourself that way, you know, what starts off free usually ends up free, and you probably won't make much money if that's your goal. I'm literally in 2015. It's not the look to be a producer unless you have other ventures to go for. Because I highly recommend that you actually start DJing and doing other things and just kind of creating a platform, you know, that so where artists have to have no choice but respect your movement, and that they will pay for tracks, and they will try to, you know, get into the shows with you, or your clubs, you know, whatever that you're spinning, or even your pirate radio stations, which I highly recommend those, because, you know, they're highly underrated ventures. But you know what I'm saying? And the thing like this, like, but yeah, and then, you know, people, when dude asked me that, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, you know, my trailer on my site, or a trailer on my YouTube channel says that you can name your own beat prices and whatnot. So he's not willing to pay the floor price for a beat, which is ridiculous. You know, it's highly ridiculous. This is why I don't answer to people like that. And just to show an example of what I'm talking about is this right here. I'm gonna go to screen cam. And this Mr. Dopey here said, "Hey, can I use this beat nonprofit and I give you credit?" You know, love that English, right? So, no, absolutely not. Because when I made this track, I actually, as simple as it might seem, and, you know, or whatnot, I put in a lot of work on the tracks. As producers, we put in a lot of work on tracks. We invest in our equipment. We invest in, you know, making sure that we have the new, you know, that we invest in our techniques, learn. A lot of producers on my channel are learning and are getting better, which, you know, I'm very, very proud to actually be able to help producers in all aspects of music, period. and more. And, you know, you got an artist, you know, and not to downplay an artist for what it is, you know what I'm saying? Because most serious artists, you know, they perfect their craft as well. But, you know, as music producers, you invest a whole lot more than most artists do, because one, like I said, it's expected to pay, that they don't want to pay for free beats. I mean, pay for beats. You know what I'm saying? It's expected that they're gonna get a beat and they're just gonna run with it. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous, highly ridiculous. You have producers, include myself, that have stopped producing because, you know, you have these nonprofit people or people that just do not want to show you any value. And it's like this: you're building a relationship, a business relationship, and I think I've already said it. You know what I'm saying? You pay. You know, you can actually come back and holler at the person, or holler at me, or at the producer in general, and probably get a better response because you have already paid, and we're going to work and strategize. There's not a thing that I would not help. There's not an artist out here that have not helped, that hasn't paid. If you have not paid me for a beat, I literally would not try to help you at all. I don't care. And it's out of mutual respect, because you're literally trying to get over it. And one day, hey, somebody tells you, well, did you pay for the track? Some, you know, record label, whatever company, some deal, publisher or something like that. Did you pay for that track? And then you say, you get this face, and then you come back and then you want to work things out. It gets kind of ugly. I know if somebody was to actually do that to me, which somebody actually did that to me the other day, I had no clue who the heck this person was. They didn't even hit me back yet, because I was like, hey, who is the person? Because I don't know who this is. Why are you're gonna perform this? And then it was gonna give me some weak points and percentages. Like I literally don't know what I'm doing. I literally have studied music business down to the T, to the books. into the legal mumbo jumbo. Like, literally read contracts and look at it and laugh because I know this is BS. You know what I'm saying? Um, like ridiculous. Like how people will look at you and try to slant it and try to put it in the way that they're helping you. Now it's fine. I mean I'm fine. I'll take a L. It's not like I haven't taken L's. I took L's to get my past placements. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we're don't look at it as in like, hey, you're not gonna take it. It has to be some type of exchange for businesses. You know what I'm saying? Exchange of services. Most likely, I look at our artists when we're in a situation like that, and it's like no money up front. Man, I take you much more serious when you do something like a split sheet. That means that something is brewing. At least you do a split sheet. You know what I'm saying? Depending on who it is. Because literally I've had somebody, artists that had like tons of followers on Twitter. And, he's not following but three or four people, and I had to be one of the 3 or 4 people. And, he hit me with that. But I'm sitting there looking at his at his matrix and stuff like that. Like people not even retweeting, or 1 or 2 people retweeting. Like that doesn't, stuff like that don't add up. I don't get hyped for people that have social media, because people can pay for their followers and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you can't pay for responses and comments and stuff like that. Well, you probably can, but you can tell when it's real, when it's fake. Anybody can, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. This is one of the things that was kind of bothered me. And again, hell no. To the now, hell to the now. No, you cannot get my beat for nonprofit. Stop asking me. Go to djamcree.net. Get the track there, because I have tons of beats on there. Pay whatever, as low as you can. The more you pay, the more I will promote it on my channel, because I know you're probably going to be serious, probably going to be good, because I do believe in you artists. I know it's hard out there. But if you can pay for Jordans and all this stuff, and pay for a video, and don't tell me you're gonna tell me beats nonprofit, I'm gonna shoot a video and stuff like that, because that's money that's being involved that you're just kind of devaluing me. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. But yeah, don't tell me that. Invest. Because, producers invest in their equipment, they invest in their time in becoming good producers or whatnot, and, you got artists out here that, oh man, I overpaid for beats. And it's funny that DJ Pain One actually mentioned that Slim Jesus will say that, of all people, Slim Jesus, ridiculous name, Lord forgive me for even muttering his name and taking it partially serious. One hit song that went viral because of it being satirical, regardless of what he thinks. Yeah. Saying that he overpaid for a beat $150. Dude, you literally got a deal. And producers, in closing, remember this when somebody asks for a free beat. Nobody buys acapella songs or albums. So they do need you. There are no hit acapella albums. You understand? There's always something playing in the background. Yes. So if you like this video, give it a like. If you have any comments you want to, add to the conversation, hey, why not? I'm all ears. I don't care. Hey, I'm pretty sure there's some artists that follow, that are subscribed, that will probably take it seriously. But, this is a real thing. I want artists to know that. Yeah. And if this is your first video by me, that you have seen by me, subscribe. Please check out some other videos. I have useful videos other than discussions and rants. And my name is DJ McCree. And I wish you to have a nice day. Peace.